So you are an organic farmer and you have always wanted to maintain that status that your crops are grown organically within your backyard garden. So if that's the case, if that's your preference, then watch this video up to the end so that I give you more tips on a simple technique which you can implement in your backyard garden to maintain your food as organically grown food. So what are we seeing here? What are these? These are stalks of kales which have been harvested from that small backyard garden. And these stalks of kales, they were not obtained in one go, but about a period of like 3 to 4 days after harvesting some of the kales in the backyard garden. So why have I kept them here in the veranda? I didn't throw them away because this is an organic material, because of the fact that when I throw them back into that backyard garden, in due course of time they will of course decompose and help to enrich the soil in that backyard garden where I've planted the kales. So why is it necessary that you throw the stalks of kales into your backyard garden? Apart from helping to add organic manure into the soil, it also helps to provide the plants with the vitamins which are inherent in these stalks, and that ultimately contributes to the boosting of plant growth and also to the enrichment of that soil, which will then be suitable for further growth of vegetables in your backyard garden. So I'm going to show you how you can quickly throw these kale stalks into your backyard garden, then from which you'll be reaping the benefits of organically growing your vegetables. So it's a simple tactic. You don't have to cut them even, no need of cutting them. Just pick them the way they are, right? Pick them the way they are without having to bother about cutting them, and gently take them to your backyard garden and dump them anywhere within your backyard garden, and within that they will decompose in due course of time and then provide your backyard garden with additional manure, which is purely organic manure, because you have not added any chemical so far onto your backyard garden. So I've dumped them there. There are some which are dumped here a little bit some days ago, and all those are meant to enrich your soil with some organic matter, which will then contribute to healthy growth of your plants in your backyard. You can see the kales from which I harvested those leaves, which I then later obtained the stalks from. They are growing very healthy within this backyard space here. Very small space, but adequate enough for a family of about 3 to 4 people to derive their vegetables from. So let me take also these ones which had remained, just a few of them remaining here. Let me take them and also dump them in that area where I've dumped the others, so that they actually provide more organic manure onto the backyard garden. So you don't have to cut them, as I told you earlier. You don't have to struggle cutting them. After you have sliced off the vegetables or the leaves from the stalks, just you can dump them directly. Either you dump directly on each occasion of using the leaves, or you can pile them a bit before you then transport them into your backyard garden, and then dump them there so that they continue providing your backyard garden with more nutrients. And that can also be supported with additional organic material. For instance, those leaves which we had slashed, sorry, those grasses which we had slashed in the compound some time back. You can see they are decomposing well, and in due course of time, of course, I'll take the hoe and mix all that back into the soil so that the soil remains enriched with enough organic matter so that these plants here can enjoy that organic manure. You can see the plants are growing very healthy within the small backyard space. Occasionally you may find that some of the leaves from your kales have actually started withering. For example, that leaf there, you can see it's having yellow patches. You can usually cut it off and dump it there so that it actually decomposes and forms more organic manure. All the old leaves which are starting to decay or to form yellow patches, those are an indicator that they can be removed from there and dumped in the garden so that they provide additional organic manure in your small backyard garden. So that's a simple tactic which you can implement in your backyard to enrich your soil. See how the maize is also growing there, very healthy, and that maize of course had thrown there a lot of organic matter in form of stalks of maize from a previous harvest, and that is actually ensuring that the soil remains very nutritive for those plants which are growing in that area. So that's a quick tip which you can use in your backyard garden. So occasionally you may find that some plants have had problems while growing in your backyard. For example, this one, you don't have to uproot it and throw it away. Just uproot it and dump it in the backyard space there so that it decomposes and then forms organic manure upon its decomposition. So thank you. If you consider the information you've received in this video important, consider subscribing, give it a like, and also give a comment on other areas which you may want me to cover with these videos on backyard gardening, so that we continue enriching each other with useful tips to prosper our gardens in the backyard. Remember, these backyard gardens are meant for just a small family or even a large family, but as long as the vegetables you've grown there are adequate for you, then it's good to maintain a backyard garden in the spaces behind your house. So thank you. I'll update you with more information in the next video.